But I'm reading cards. And why do I read cards? Because I am very sensitive to energies. And when I pull cards for people, I believe that the energy of the one I pull the card for is represented in the card I pull. When you didn't subscribe beforehand, then you could use your intuition to feel which number will give you an answer to a question you have or a situation that you are in. So number 1 is the reading for Glenda. Number 2 is the reading for Heather. Number 3 is the reading for Tammra. Number 4 is for Michael. Number 5 is for Barb. Number 6 is for Jackie. Number 7 is for Megan. Number 8 is for Shelby. Number 9 is for Carol. Number 10 is for Kim. And number 11 for Beatrice. I start with Glenda. And Glenda has this card. It's upside down, but I'll show it upright. This is the card. You see cows in the country. And this reminds me of France, where animals walk everywhere on the little roads. This card is the representation of the energy of you have to go with the rhythm of nature. You cannot push your own rhythm, in this case on animals. So when something comes on your path and it stops you in some way, enjoy the stop, enjoy the pause, and have eye for the natural rhythms of things. So what is important for you, Glenda, is to take a step back, and when something happens on your path which hinders you to go on, that you ask yourself, okay, what can I do? Can I enjoy what is happening, or can I take a pause that is needed? Just take the rhythm of nature as your guide. Because when you push, it's my experience, when you push too much, you'll be out of sync, I think you call it, and then things won't happen. But if you go with some natural rhythms, it can start to begin. So when you are blocked in some way, take it as a lesson or a break or a moment to breathe. That's one card. But because we have a sort of a celebration, I also pulled another card of another deck. And you have this one, and it's an abstract card. So it's my explanation of this energy. This is the card of when you walk outside as a woman. That's my experience as a woman. You can either focus on your vulnerability and the potential danger that you can encounter, or you can just enjoy the life on the streets and the people you see. I don't mean that you don't have to be aware of potential danger, but where do you put your focus at every moment? Is it that you are one with your surroundings, you are seeing it, you are sensing it, you are enjoying it? Or are you super aware of all potential dangers, and are you closed into your fears? Well, that is a question for you, and you can answer for yourself. Follow the natural rhythm, and although you maybe stay aware of potential danger, don't focus totally on fear. That were the cards of Glenda. And that was the number 1 if you chose 1. The next is Heather. Heather. This card is upright, it's a positive card. And you see here 2 people on a deserted path. So it seems a little bit cold, but beautiful. This card for me represents that you are going your way in your soul's mission, in your service to the world, but you don't do it alone. It's upright, you know it, but I pulled it for you, so I think you have to be remembered about it. You are guided and you are supported in your way of your soul's mission. So maybe now and then you forget that or you don't feel it, but trust in it. That's number 204. More people have this one. And Heather, this is number 2. I had pulled an abstract card too. And your abstract card is: there will be a time in the future that everything will be clear to you. I don't know what it's about, but it seems like you have to hear this. So, these 2 together. Everything will be clear at one time in the future, and you are guided and have to be remembered that you are not walking your path alone. That was Heather. I do Tammra. You have 3 cards because you have won the 3-card reading. And 1 card that more people have. So I will explain that first. This was the first card I pulled for you. And this is the situation in which you and someone or something, an inspiration or a group or a person or a hobby, were very close early in life, but you went your own way. And now in some way you are meeting again or seeing again. It could be a part of you that you lost in your early years, that you are reintegrating with the rest of who you are. So that's for you to decide. And Tammra, because you have won the 3-card reading, there are 2 more. This one is, and it could be related to what I said before. This one is, you see 3 children, but 1 is behind glass. It's, you want to belong to someone or a group or something, but you still are behind glass. Invisible barriers, but you still are apart from where you want to be. This card is to break the barrier. So as a child you cannot do that, but as an adult you can. So Tammra, you are regaining connection with something that you let go in early in life. This is, you are part of a group, but you still feel a barrier. And this here is the advice. Take the step to break the glass and join where you want to be, if you still want to be there, of course. And this one is beautiful, I think, but it's family. So here you see a grandpa and a grandchild, and she is a little bit teasing grandpa who was playing. And that is a way of communicating in a joyful, playful way. And this is about making life more playful. So communication can be serious. Maybe you take some things too serious, but you are able to because it's upright. But it's a reminder, I think, to communicate now and then in a more playful way. So, Tammra, and the 3 cards are, as I said, something that you let go early in life is coming back in some way. You are reintegrating it in your life. Maybe it was a part of you that you forgot or let go. It could be a person, it could be a hobby, it could be an inspiration that's for you to fill in. You can communicate in a playful way. Do that in the coming days, because it's your way to connect without being too heavy in the connection. And this is, you have to break some invisible barrier for yourself to belong to a group where you want to belong. So these are the 3 cards of your 3-card reading. But, Tammra, I also pulled an abstract card for you. And that's this one. And this is a light. And this says, and it corresponds with this one, playfulness. Follow what feels light to you. Follow what feels light. So, Tammra, this was a 4-card reading for you. Now I will do the reading for Michael. Michael, I don't know if you understand the energy I saw in the card, because it are 3 girls. It's upside down, so I will say what it means. Here are 3 girls. So it's not about gender, of course. It's about the energy in this picture. For me, there are 3 teenage girls, I think, who are together sharing experiences, sharing lives, sharing emotions, and figuring out life with each other. So the energy is supporting each other, loyalty, communicating about difficult things. And that is this card. It's energy 6. And it's the energy of sharing and learning by sharing your heart, your doubts, your experiences. But it's upside down, Michael. So I think you are somewhat hesitant to do that. But when you do that, which could be a big step, but with people you trust, there could be much more connection and fulfillment in connections. So that's the advice for you. And for the abstract card, I had this one. It's abstract, so it was my interpretation of this. And this card is about dare to fail. Here is written dare to try, but it means trying could lead to failure. But don't be fearful about failing, because failing helps you learn and go on your path. If you stand still, nothing will move. So, Michael, maybe that's about the communication, sharing your thoughts, your experiences with people you trust. You don't have to do that with everyone, of course. So make your choices for people or develop relationships in which you can do that. Failing is the pathway to success. Exactly. Because it's the only way to move forward. And you don't have to fail. But when you are fearful to fail, it could keep you in place where you won't be the best you can be. So that's this one. Michael? Now we go to Barb, number 5. Barb had 218 upside down. 218. I hope you can see it. It's all black and white. It's somewhat distorted, the image is all. But here are some young people playing bridge. And playing bridge is a game in which you have to be self-assured. You have to learn, so you have to be thinking right, but also you have to trust your partner. If your partner fails in some way, you have to pick yourself up and trust him next game again. So it's not only developing your skills to play it right, but also in the social aspect. It is trusting yourself to do the best thing and trusting the other, even if he or she makes mistakes. This card, it's about trust, it's about self-worth, valuing yourself. It's about picking yourself up after failure and trusting again if your partner fails, and enjoy the game, of course. That's also a part of it. Well, it was upside down. So, Barb, in some way, there is one of the aspects of all of them is still lacking, or you are doubtful about it. So is it self-doubt, or is it a doubt in trusting the relationship or your partner to not make mistakes? Is it that you don't trust your skills? So this is for you to think about. But if it's trust in yourself or the other, the only way to develop that is to start with it without being sure. And maybe you are hurt in some way in the trust, but the only way to heal that is by doing it again with the right people, of course. This was Barb number 5. So if you chose number 5, this is also meant for you. The abstract card I pulled for Barb is the same as Glenda had, and that is this one. It's an abstract card, so it's about, are you focusing on the fear you could have in a situation, or are you focusing on the connection in the situation? And of course, when there's really danger, you have to focus on your fear and do something with it, with the situation. But in a normal situation, are you letting fear take the enjoyment of where you are and what you can see away from you? So what do you choose? So in combination with this one, can it be that your lack of trust, or your difficulty with trusting yourself or the other, can it take away the enjoyment there could potentially be? So you focus on the step of learning to trust. This was 5. It was Barb. And 6 is Jackie. This one. Yes. Thank you, Adam, for the traffic control. This is number 6, Jackie. This card, upright, positive card, is about focus. You are able to focus, to think about where you want to go, to pull your eye at that point, and thinking about the steps you can take. The steps you can take to come there. But there is a reminder. That's why I get this card for you. So you can do it, but maybe you are a little bit distracted at this moment. So focus again on what you really want to do. And you have another one, Jackie. And that is a card that more people have. That's this one. Yeah, it's abstract card, but this is inspiration guides you. You can trust that in the focus you have on the end goal, you will be guided by inspiration. Things, sudden ideas, sudden enthusiasm in yourself are nudges of your guides to think in a direction. So it's a combination of going what inspires you, but keeping your focus on the end goal. That's the combination of those two, Jackie. I hope you understand the message. Then we are with 7 for several people, but for Megan in particular. Megan, I had 204 and I had that before. Path, the pathway with your guide. You are guided on your path, on your mission. So you don't do it alone, although it can feel very alone, the path you take. So Megan, that's one thing. And for you too, go your path from your inspiration. Inspiration will guide you. So your guides, your support system in the spirit world will lead you or will direct you through your inspiration. So those are the two for Megan, number 7. You're welcome. Shelby, number 8. If you had number 8, some people had number 8, so listen what resonates with you. And Shelby has one of my favorite cards, symbolically. Your card is this one. It was upside down, but in the upright position. It is, I hope you can see it, a butterfly. A butterfly that just came out of, I think you call it a caterpillar. It never flew. It doesn't know his skills from experience, but somewhere in his instinct, he knows that he can fly. So this butterfly is looking up and feeling the urge to do something of which he doesn't know the consequences. It's upside down. This means you have the feeling that you have something in you, skills you have never used, but you are about to use for the better, for your growth, for being in the world. That is when it's upright. So you have to take a leap of faith in that situation. And something holds you back. That is number 8, Shelby. Something holds you back. So investigate what your fears are in that situation. Because you can hold it back and you can postpone your jump or your leap of faith, but the inner calling will get stronger and stronger. So it's only postponing the movement that you're in or that is in you. And the card you got with this, the abstract card, is the storm will pass by. So maybe you are in a situation in which there's so much movement that you don't trust anything anymore and you want to sit still. Could be. And the storm will pass by, even if you don't do anything. So that's for you to determine, of course. But taking the leap of faith will bring you nearer to your soul's mission or your fulfillment. So it's recommendable, but it's your choice, of course. It's your life. And the storm is not having any influence on the outcome. It's just to sit the storm out. I don't know if that's the right expression, but to wait till the storm has passed. So that are the two cards of Shelby. So everyone with 8 can ask themselves, is this also in my life an issue? Taking a leap of faith. And do I withhold myself in any way to go into an area that feels right, but I have never done? And this is, have trust that the turmoil that could be in or around you will in itself pass. That was Shelby. Number 8. Now we go to Carol. Number 9. And Carol has 227, which we had before. I hope I can find it again. This one. Yes, of course. 227. 9, Carol. It's upright, Carol. And something that you early in life let go of, maybe a part of yourself in the communication with others. So you let one part of yourself go, didn't give any attention to it, or it was someone, family member or a friend, or it was an ideal or an inspiration, something which you had in the past, you split, you didn't pay attention to that for whatever reason, but something is pulling you back, and in some way you are reuniting with that part of you or that ideal or that person. So that is going on, I hope, because it's very important to be the one you are wholeheartedly. So it is nice when you can get that part of yourself back. Some parts are not very easy for your parents to show or to talk about, so you set it apart in a sort of secret room. Well, it could be a part of you that you didn't acknowledge or didn't want to see anymore. Maybe it was a person, maybe it was an ideal, but something is coming back. Well, it's a positive card. I think it's in some way a positive development for you. Number 9, Carol. The abstract card that belongs to you is this one. It's abstract, but for me this is a spark in some way. And this card for me represents, let yourself be ignited. So let you be inspired by something. And because you are incorporating something which you had left before, I think it's something that makes you light up, that makes you joyful, that makes you happy. Be ignited by what happens. That is for Carol. Number 9 was that. As numbers. So choose one of them. And now I go 10 to Kim. You had a negative card upright. Negative in the sense of something is blocked, which you can unblock, of course, or something is restricted by you. The card is about going on a quest, maybe, This is a scouting leader. That's what I think, at least. He has a group behind him with whom he must find a way home or do something in particular. But his focus is totally on the results. He doesn't have connection with the group behind him. So this is result-oriented instead of socially oriented. And because I think it's upright. Yes, it's upright. So maybe you have your focus too much on getting a result and you forget to involve the people that are also with you in that project, or people that you need in a later instance. So invest more in communication where you are and investigating if someone needs something to go with you. So this is for Kim. And Kim, you had also take charge of your life. And first, when I saw them together, I thought, huh? It looks like it's not easy to combine. But maybe the taking charge of your life has to do with less focus on the result and more about the people you are with, your relationships that need attention or something like that. So take charge of your life. You can somehow change direction if you want to, and let it be with other people. So that's for you, Kim. And this was number 10. Beatrice. I have this one. And Beatrice, I think you have to decide whether it's upside down or upright, because I haven't put it to the number. I think it was upside down. But I'll first explain it upright. Here you see a waterfall. And it's not a straight one, not from one height to another. It's along a lot of rocks that change the direction of all that water and eventually come into calmer waters here. For me, this represents letting everything that happens, emotions that come, intuitions that you've noticed, go through you and be processed by you. It can be overwhelming. All the things that happen, it's a lot to process. But you can see here, if you doing this, if you resist, that's the word. If you resist going with the flow of your emotions, of the energies that you feel, if you resist, you will lose a lot of energy yourself. Because in the going with all the energies that are there, and all the energies that are there, all the emotions that are there, they have to be processed by you by experiencing them. Then they lessen, and then you can let them go forever. So, it was upside down, I think, but I'm not sure. You can investigate with yourself if you understand the upside down. Upside down is that you resist emotions or energies that you feel. That you resist the natural movement that is there, and it doesn't help you. So the advice is, let it flow through you and you can let it go eventually. That's the waterfall, but with all the rocks in it. The second you had with this, Beatrice, number 11, inspiration will lead you. So Beatrice, and that's exactly what this card says too. when you let things go through you without hesitation, without resistance, you can make room for inspiration. So, and dare to follow them. The nudges that you feel, the enthusiasm for something, or the sudden insights. So it's just both are in some way trust the process and go with the flow. And you are guided. You are guided on your way. And that's the inspiration you will feel in some way, how to go through things or how to resolve some issues. So let that be your guide. That was Beatrice, number 11. And then we have the last one, number 12. Ranga, I don't know if you are here still. The thing with your card, or actually your name, I had noted everyone that subscribed beforehand and had checked it, I think 3 times, if I hadn't forgotten anyone. And then the last time I checked, suddenly I saw your name. I think you were fairly late with subscribing, but it didn't fit that I couldn't see your name before. So I thought maybe a theme for you too is that you are overlooked in your beauty, in your skills, in the beautiful person you are. Ranga, it could be a sign that you're not forgotten. So I do now number 12. And that is 204 again, of which the essence of the energy is that you are guided. You sometimes feel, Ranga, you sometimes feel that you are going on a path that is very difficult, and it seems like you go alone. But you don't go alone. You are guided. There is a spirit team guiding you in the direction of your mission, of your skills to serve the world. So that is one thing. It's about being guided on the path that seems bare, cold, lonely sometimes, but you are guided. And then the second abstract card was this: follow what feels light to you. So this one, the 204 was upside down. So maybe you don't trust the process that you are guided, or you feel very alone on your path because it was upside down. And this is to know which way to go and to feel guided again. Follow what lights you up, what feels light for you. So not the heavy stuff, choose not the heavy stuff, but the things that give you joy. Joy is really what we are all here for. The joy of giving what we uniquely have to give. We all are unique, so what we give is for everyone different. But follow the light. Follow what feels light. That could be your focus. That was Ranga number 12. Follow that what feels right. Well, I think I've had everyone. Thank you. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you too. I'm so happy. I'm glad I could do everyone. It's somewhat chaotic, but that's me. I try to be very organized, but sometimes the organization has its own way. Well, I'm glad to be of service with my energy. I think this is it. You were so positive as far as I could see, and helpful with the questions there were. And well, I hope to see you again soon. Okay, bye.